Hey there everyone, it's getting real in the world of crypto, and we can't help but feel the excitement bubbling up. There's this buzz in the air. Let's talk about what's going on. Now, some folks out there are predicting a sell-off once the big news drops, but you know what's interesting? Cathie Wood. She's the face of optimism, and lately, she's been flashing more smiles than usual. It's like she knows something we're about to find out. Just take a moment to look around. Look at what we've built, what we've created together. This space, this community, it's all because we believe in something bigger. And right now, that belief is taking center stage as Bitcoin ETFs are knocking on the door of SEC approval. Do me a favor though, take a quick pause. Hit that like button and let's get this video out to as many people as possible, and of course, share it with a friend because my friend, this is the moment we've been waiting for. This is why we're here. Why we post, comment, and wake up every morning with that crypto spirit. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty. The applicants had to get all their final updated applications in. Picture this, they're like players in a high-stakes game, and that was their last move. Now, the SEC is updating everything on their end. Their website, the information, it's all coming together. James Seyfarth, the ETF guru over at Bloomberg, is keeping us in the loop. He says this process usually takes a few days, maybe up to 2 weeks, but here's the kicker. It's happening faster than expected. Here's the juicy part. BlackRock, ARK Invest, Fidelity, and a total of 13 big players are in a bidding war. They're not fighting with swords, but with fees. Who can offer the cheapest ETFs? Why? Because they sense a tidal wave of demand ready to roll in, and they want your business. So, our advice. Stay on your toes these next few days. And don't blink, because before you know it, fireworks might start lighting up the crypto sky. Alright, let's break this down and take a closer look at what might unfold now that spot Bitcoin ETFs have gotten the green light. But before we dive into that, I want to hear from someone in the thick of it. None other than Cathie Wood. CNBC recently grilled her with a couple of questions, and boy, her answers give us a peek behind the crypto curtain. So, the big questions were, does Cathie Wood believe that her ETF, along with the other 13 in the mix, will get the nod from the SEC? And assuming approval, what does she think will be the impact on the price of Bitcoin? Let's hear it from herself. Now, Cathie Wood is pretty confident. She thinks the probability is sky high for the approval of Bitcoin ETFs. The SEC, after a bit of reluctance, has been firing off questions, detailed, technical, and probing. According to Cathie, it seems like they've asked all the questions they needed to and are ready to roll. Many of us, the crypto community, have been part of this process, answering questions and clarifying doubts. Now let's fast forward to when the SEC gave the green light. What's the impact on the price of Bitcoin? Cathie thinks we might not see the typical sell on the news event. Why is that so? Because the expectation of it has already influenced market positioning. It's a short-term game, and Cathie's playing the long game with a 5-year investment horizon. She's anticipating substantial flows into this new asset class, driven not just by institutions, but also by retail investors. Now here's where it gets interesting. The ETF applicants have just spilled the beans on their fees for their spot products, and let me tell you, these fees are so low that the ETFs are expected to trade with ridiculously tight bid-ask spreads. No commissions on most platforms, people. This fee war isn't just limited to ETFs. It's sending shockwaves through the crypto exchange world. Coinbase and Gemini, fees need to come down. And why are these fees so low though? Well, the applicants are in an all-out battle to attract the first wave of customers. They're gearing up for significant demand right out of the gate. This is a major win for investors, and it's likely to apply pressure on those high fees we've all been grumbling about. Now get ready for this. Sources in the know are spilling the beans that BlackRock has already lined up over $2 billion from clients ready to inject into their spot Bitcoin ETFs. That is a tidal wave of capital flowing into Bitcoin. So, my fellow cryptonauts, it looks like we've won. The Bitcoin ETF saga has reached a turning point. If you, like me, remember the days when major financial institutions dismissed Bitcoin as a bubble or a scam, it's a bit surreal to witness the shift in conversations and the monumental strides we're making. Buckle up, folks. The crypto roller coaster is gearing up for an epic ride. Now let's talk about the latest buzz. Gary Gensler, the big player at the SEC, just dropped a bomb of a warning to investors about crypto. It's like the calm before the storm, right? Spot Bitcoin, ETFs, Bitcoin, oh my. We've got a handful of filings, somewhere between 8 and a dozen, sitting on the SEC's desk, all vying for the spotlight in the world of exchange-traded products around Bitcoin. Now that things have gone as planned, brace yourselves for a lineup of issuers storming out of the gates simultaneously. Choices galore for investors, my friends. January is shaping up to be the month of reckoning. The approval of spot ETFs is about to set off a major catalyst, a shockwave of demand that's going to rock the crypto realm. And hey, it's not just about the spotlight on GBTC. It's about spot Bitcoin ETFs paving the way for the wealth market in the good old US of A. Now let's reel off some heavyweights in the game. BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK, 21 Shares, Grayscale, VanEck, Invesco, Hashdax, WisdomTree, Franklin, Valkyrie, Bitwise, they're all in the Bitcoin ETF race. And folks, mark my words, this is not the finish line, it's just the starting line. The altcoins are staging a comeback, retesting those multi-year accumulation ranges. History is repeating itself. Just look at what went down in 2020. Alt season, baby. Subscribe, join our team, and keep your eyes peeled for every video dropping this week. New information is flowing in by the hour, keeping you updated like no other. This week, this year even, it's going to be one for the bucks. See you tomorrow, fellow cryptonauts, and have a good one.